Good morning and welcome to Creating Climatographs with Mr. Ferranti. We're going to take your data that you created for Newark, New Jersey or Istanbul, Turkey, and we're going to turn this into a climatograph, which essentially is a combination of a bar graph and a line graph typically. The line graph usually is representing the temperature, and the bar graph is going to represent the rainfall. And a completed graph will look something like this. Okay, so to begin, I'm going to use Rome as a sample, and you can follow the directions as I move along. You can also remember you can pause the video, rewind, fast forward at any time so that you may work at a pace that's suitable for you. A couple of quick things to remember. Spreadsheet software, numbers, true in Excel and Google Documents as well, and any other spreadsheet program. Spreadsheets all use a combination of letters and numbers to identify specific cells, similar to a variable in algebra. For example, this particular cell right here is known as C2. That's the way the computer reads it. It doesn't worry about the number that's in the cell so much as it does what cell is actually represented by the column letter and the row number. Another example would be where I have the average temperature here. That is cell N2. Okay, that's just a little bit helpful as we move around today a little bit. Okay, so how do we create a climatograph? It's pretty simple, being that there's a chart tool right here, and what we're going to do, and if your chart tool isn't visible, by the way, you can get it out from the view menu, is where you would have to pull it up, but most of the time by default it is going to be located right up here. Okay, so here we go. Pretty simple. You click in cell A1, right, and drag, right, so I have to unclick and start over, but click and drag all the way across, so you're selecting cell A2, all of the months, and then down, gathering all of your data. Okay, we're going to leave the average temperature and total rainfall out of the climatograph. Once that information is selected, you select the chart pull-down menu. The reason we didn't use an iPad for this particular assignment was because you're limited with the number of graphs you can make, and this bottom one here is one that you probably haven't used much of, and this is going to be used for our climatograph. Okay, this is your graph. We're going to just pull it down to the next page. If you're not in a print view, you can do so by going into View, Show Print View, and that would show you where the page ends and the next page begins. And I like to put the chart on its own separate page, although you could combine them on the same page, but we're going to build it on a separate page. Okay, I'm going to pull the key down to the bottom right for now. Put the graph up in the top left. Select the graph, click on the pull tab, and we're going to just stretch this out a little bit. Okay, and that is your climatograph. Alright, the next video will show you how to do some of the formatting that's necessary to complete this graph. Thank you for watching. Please continue with video 2, Formatting Climatographs.